A skill that's essential for almost all events in forensics is being able to switch between characters practically effortlessly. Now, the NSDA had a winner who did an HI called Kicking and Screaming, and I'm sure many of you have already seen it. But my personal belief on why he won was because of how effortlessly it was to keep track of his characters. And he did that through stances and gestures, but also through voices. Now, in this podcast, I'll go over mainly why they're important. But I'll also give you a few examples, just so that you can kind of get a feel, and I'll explain why I use them. Alright, here we go. Now, voices are important for an obvious reason. They distinguish your character, they articulate it. And I'm going to say something that might come off a little controversial. Don't be afraid to play into a stereotype. So, I've definitely played into a southern stereotype that you'll hear a little bit later. But I was a part of a duo where I had to play 4 different roles. And it was very taxing on me just because of keeping their voices and their lines straight. I didn't want to mix characters because even though a judge may not have your script in front of them, they can still generally piece together everything. And we may not have won with it, but it was definitely a good experience. It was a good experience on practicing my voices, and we still got compliments for the voices. Now here we go. I'm going to share with you those 4 voices. Like I said, you were gonna hear my southern one that can definitely come off a bit stereotypy, and I'm okay with that. Some of you may not be. Personally, I am, because everyone knows I'm not trying to offend anyone. But I typically use this voice for a person that's portraying a redneck. Now, I know that just discards my previous statement, but you gotta keep in mind that when people are thinking of someone, they're thinking of someone very stereotypy, I guess you could describe them as. So you definitely want to play into that. Now here is my high voice, obviously. Of course not, it's my low voice. So this is I use this typically to portray someone that's serious. Doesn't really like taking a joke. It's really easy, and I mean, you can use it a bunch of different ways, just as long as you can keep it straight and as long as you have good breath control.
My higher voice kind of sounds like a mix with a western, and that one for me is a little bit harder to keep straight, but I only use it if I need a 4th character, and you guys may find something that's easier to use for you. I'm just showing you some examples of things that I do. And the last one is very, very awful. It's god bonkers. I have no idea what I'm saying right now. It is my god awful British voice. And it can be used to describe someone or articulate someone who's very intelligent. I hope you understand that it has been a while since I've gone over my voices. I spent basically all week trying to get them right, and I could not get it. I apologize. But I am sorry that I couldn't get all my voices straight, or not all of them straight, but I couldn't get them back to how they were performance ready. But this whole thing was just, you gotta know why voices are important. But this gives you, if you're doing an HI with a bunch of different people, if you're doing an HI where you have to portray a bunch of different people, this gives you a few ideas of what you can do with it. Okay. Now, I hope this is helpful to you in the future, and I hope that
you'll be able to create your own characters and voices.